Chapter 42. The End of Rome. The Last Roman Emperor. What happened to the Roman Empire? The Romans used to rule dozens of other countries. They were the most powerful people in the world. But then the empire was divided and the barbarians came. The Western Roman Empire grew weaker and weaker, and the Eastern Roman Empire refused to help the West out. As a matter of fact, the Eastern Roman Empire wasn't even called Rome anymore. Instead, it became known as the Byzantine Empire. The Western Roman Empire still existed, but barbarians took over most of its land. And although Western Roman Empire still had an emperor, he didn't live in Rome because Rome has been destroyed. He lived in a small swampy city hiding from the barbarians. Finally, one of the invaders, named Orestes, decided to drive the Roman Empire out of hiding. He collected an army and marched towards the small swampy city where the emperor lived. When the emperor heard that Orestes and his men were coming, he ran away. By the time Orestes arrived, the emperor was long gone. Orestes decided to make his son emperor, and there was only one problem. His son was 6 years old. But that didn't stop Orestes. He ordered all men to obey the 6-year-old emperor, and he gave his son a new name, Romulus Augustus. He called him Romulus because an old legend said that a man named Romulus was the first king of Rome, long, long ago. And he called him Augustus after Caesar Augustus, Rome's most famous emperor. That was a big name for a little boy, and when the people who were left in Western Roman Empire heard it, they laughed. Romulus Augustus, they said, what a silly name for a child. We won't call him Romulus, we'll call him Romulus. Romulus means little disgrace. The Romans felt insulted because they were expected to obey the child of a barbarian. But Romulus didn't get to be emperor for very long. Another barbarian captured Romulus and his father Orestes. Romulus, now 7 years old, was sent to live on another city. He was given plenty of money to pay for his food and clothes, but he wasn't allowed to rule anymore. His crown and scepter were taken to Constantinople. And that was the end of the Western Roman Empire. It was full of barbarian kings, each one ruling its own little kingdom. The lands that used to belong to Rome now belong to them. The new settlers still used the wide, beautiful Roman roads. Rome's huge buildings still stood, although many were beginning to crumble away. Many people still spoke Latin, the language of the Romans, and the barbarians had begun to learn Roman ways and Roman customs, but the Roman Empire itself was gone forever. Over in the Eastern Roman Empire, now called the Byzantine Empire, people mourned. Rome had been a great and beautiful city, but now it was in ruins. As long as an emperor still ruled, that Rome might be great again. But now the last emperor, a little boy just your age, had lost his throne. Rome would never again rule the world.